Check. Interesting. Let's see if we can fix the sound here. Okay, testing 1, 2, 3. Well, that sounds horrible. Well, shit. Okay, can you hear me now? Let's see what we can fix this sound, because this is awful. Testing 1, 2, 3. Check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, I'm going to close this off and then come right back. Well. La 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 la. I'm still getting what I want. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to turn this back on. On properties. I think I figured out where my sound's coming from. Yep. Check 1, 2, 3. Nope. I don't want to go to properties to do this again. But input, not output. Okay. Checking 1, 2, 3. This should do a lot better now. Got a lot of feedback here. Can you see how that one works? No. Anything? Nope. Check 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. How about now? Anything better? Checking. One, two, three. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. Still not get what I want. I should have. Hello. One, two, three. Ah, there we go. Now I'm getting some levels. Okay. One, two, three. One, two, three. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. Check, check. One, two, three. Okay, okay, okay. I'll be back. Good evening. Today is November the 8th, 2012. The time is approximately 11:50 p.m. I'm bringing you this broadcast to let you know, maybe to enlighten you a little bit on how easy it is to jailbreak the Amazon Fire Stick. What is the Amazon Fire Stick? Well, the Amazon Fire Stick is a multimedia device that allows you to use Hulu, Netflix, and any of those other media sources for your TV that is not necessarily a smart TV, but will bring you those smart TV applications to your TV. Well, within such applications, there is one application called Kodi. But I'm going to get into that just a little bit. But I want to explain to you and show you what entails into a Fire Stick. A lot of people ask, well, how hard or how easy is it to jailbreak a Fire Stick? Well, jailbreaking a Fire Stick is a very easy and simple thing to do. But I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming by and watching this episode here on YouTube. Now make sure you click that subscribe button and click that notification bell icon so you can get notified when I do these little videos. So what comes in the box of the Fire Stick? Well, when you open it up, you'll get this little device right here, Amazon Fire Stick. This is the mother of all things right here to get those applications, those multimedia applications to your TV. And all you need is two things to run this particular device. You'll need a Wi-Fi signal with a very good signal, and you'll also need this, and a TV that has the connection ability to plug into an HDMI port. Now there are some wires out there that will allow you to plug this into, and that will transfer to an RCA jack, which is those three yellow, red wires, the yellow, red, and white wires. So how do you connect this little thing to your TV? Well, I'm going to show you that right now, how easy, how simple it is to do. So when you get the device, you can plug this right into the back of your TV through that HDMI plug. But what's going to happen is that thing is going to stick out that much from your TV to your wall. So what they give you is a little extending wire, looks like this. It has the HDMI female end with a HDMI male end, and what you do is you'll take your plug, and you'll simply plug the two pieces together like so, and so now you have one device. Now this is not everything that you need for your Fire Stick. Well, what else comes with it, you say? Well, here's what else comes with it. You'll get a regular little plug, okay? It is a USB plug, and with that USB, it's a mini USB to your Fire Stick and a regular USB to the actual plug, and you'll take that and you'll plug it in to, it only goes one way, so plug this into your wall, which I'm going to do right this second. So here you go, stand by. Plug it into the wall, run it back of your TV, take your Amazon Fire Stick. Now I'm going to show you a little bit of the camera so you can see what exactly I am doing. So I'm going to take this wire, I'm going to put it in this hole. So now this device has power. And then I'm going to simply plug it in to the back of the TV. And that's how you plug in the Amazon Fire Stick to your TV. It is that simple and that easy to do. Now, what you'll need to do is you'll need to find your source on your TV, HDMI or HDMI 2. Now, in this particular slot that I plugged this Fire Stick into, it was HDMI 2. So I've got to find it on the TV. Like I said, this thing is so simple, so easy to do. And I'm not doing all these flashy little colors. I'm not doing all these massive things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the camera. Again, real easy and stuff to do. I'm going to talk to you right through it. Alright, I know my camera has probably been bouncing around, so I apologize. So right up here, you have these menu items right up here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, you got also the remote control. And this remote control is very simple. You got the microphone, the Alexa microphone. This is your selector button. up, down, left, and right, and then of course the middle is your select button. This is the back button. This is the home button. Now this right here, this screen is the home screen. This is the info button. And of course on the very bottom you have your normal reverse, play, pause, and fast forward button. So what I'm going to simply do, so to show you step by step, I'm going to erase in my settings so you can see. I'm going to restart it right from factory reset. So everything that I have done on here, it is now resetting my box. That's what it's saying. It says resetting your Amazon Fire Stick to your factory defaults. So when you first get it and you first plug it in, this is the screen that you're going to see. It's going to say, it'll say Amazon right here, and I plugged it in. There it is. So now I just turned it on. I just plugged it up. See, it says Amazon. And now it's going to take me to, wants me to reconfigure the oh, it's resetting the Fire Stick. There's a lot of information on it. That's the reason why it's taken so long here. So bear with me. Okay, so it's cleared out all the information on the Fire Stick. And so now it's coming back to the main screen. I plugged it in. The wire is plugged into the back of the TV. So now right here you'll see the Amazon logo. So that's the very first thing. Now it's going to ask me to set up my parental. Do I want to put parental controls on it? I typically don't. So it says here Fire Stick TV or Fire TV Stick. This is just the uploading, the booting up the Fire Stick itself. There is nothing on it, and it's optimizing the system storage and application. This will surely take about 10 minutes to complete. And again, what you can do once we really get this Fire Stick thing going is, if you need help in doing this, you can definitely pause your your YouTube here and do what it needs to get done, so you go ahead and do this yourself. And so that's what I recommend, is you go ahead and pause your YouTube and complete what you need to complete, and then come back to the YouTube and continue on following along. I'm not pausing anything here. I am going directly step by step. Now the reason why it's doing this is because I deleted everything that was on that Fire Stick. So everything that was on it, it's completely erased. So that's the reason why I'm showing you this is like right out of the box. I'm not fast forwarding it. I'm not doing anything funky with it. I'm going to go ahead and let it run right through. Looks like we're about halfway through it. little drink of water here. All right, so it looks like it's finishing up here the optimization. All right, so when you first plug it in, you're going to get this logo, a Fire Stick TV. And what you're going to do is it's asking you to recognize the remote control, and it's real simple to recognize this remote. Okay, so it's telling you in different languages to push and hold the home button, which is this one right here in the middle. It looks like a little home symbol. Let my camera focus on it just a little bit more. There, you see it? That's the home button. So I'm going to go ahead and push and hold it for about 10 seconds or so. And when it's ready to pair it, it will change screens. Three, two, one. I'm going to let it go. So now that it's paired, as you can see, press the play and pause symbol. Now I've got to choose my language. That's what it's asking. And since I'm in the US, I'm going to go ahead and select the US. And and all I'm doing is I'm hitting that button for selecting up, down, the left, and the right around this little wheel. And then right in the middle of it is your select button. Well, I'm going to go ahead and log into my internet. So I'm going to cover this up so you don't see my password here for my internet. Once you get your internet thing connected, it's telling you it's connecting. All right, and when it's connecting to the network, it'll go to the main home screen. And when it goes to the main home screen, it's going to ask you to log into your Amazon account. If you have one, right here is telling you to register your Amazon account, or if you have an account or you don't have an account, you can create one. Well, I'm going to go ahead and log into my account. So I'm going to put this down for just a moment so you don't see my login information, of course. Now I'm inputting in my password for my Amazon account. Now, if you have Amazon Prime, you sure will definitely reap the benefits of that too. And I think I've got it. So, well, I think that's it. Nope, didn't like that password. Okay, so once you've logged into your Amazon account and you definitely log into the Fire TV stick, it's going to ask you your name. It's going to say hi, your name. Okay, and it's going to ask you if you want to do the parental locks or not. Myself, I don't do it, so just stand by here for a second. So here's the parental login stuff here. So I don't want any parental stuff because, it's me. But if you have children, you're more welcome to set that up as well. So now it's checking the speed of the internet.
Well, we finished
and what I typically do when it plays this little video here is I go ahead and fast forward through it by pushing this little side button. You don't need all that. So when it comes back on, you will see that that I'm definitely logged in to the Fire Stick itself. I'm going to camera focus in on it. So I'm going to hit this continue on the selector button. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that. I like YouTube, so I'm going to go ahead and click YouTube. I don't need any of that. Don't need any of that. I don't need any of that. So I'm going to go ahead and hit right down here, press the play button on the remote. So, bam. So I picked one app to download, so it's downloading that one app. But we're going to download some more apps. So here you go. Here is the screen. There you go. So this is the main screen of the Amazon Fire Stick. But we're not using this screen. These are your applications that we talked about a second ago. Okay. We're not using these. Okay. These are those multimedia, and these are some games that you can download. I've got some of these downloaded already onto my account, but since I erased everything, all the ones that I've had at one point in time I need to re-download, but that's okay. So we are going to need an application, much like these. These things are called applications. There's, they said there's an app for that. Well, these are the apps, okay? But we need one particular app which is not on here. Now, if you have, like I said, if you have Amazon Prime, you got your music content, you got your photos. If you have a Sling account or a Hulu account, get rid of it. You don't need it now, since you're going to have this set up. All right. All right. So here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this little microphone right up here, Alexa. Okay, we're going to hold Alexa down. We're going to talk right into here, and we're going to say downloader. Ready? Here we go. Downloader. Bam. The very first one that pops up, that's the one we want. We're going to go ahead and hit select on the selector button. And then right here, this little, looks like a cloud with an arrow on it. We're going to go ahead and hit download to own it. And now it's in the queue. And now we've got the application. That's it. That's the application that we need to install. And now we need to click open. So now we've clicked open. And hit this for OK. Of course, I'm using the little selector switch on my TV is not a touchscreen. So right here is what we need. That light, I know, is like right on it. There we go. Right here, this HTTP : // right here is what we're going to type in using this Kodi.tv. Okay, and how we go about doing that is we're going to hit the select button right in the middle. Bam, it's going to give us this little keyboard. It's already given us the HTTP :// but all we need now to do is type in Kodi.tv. Here we go. Kodi, Kodi dot TV. See, right here, Kodi.tv. And we're going to hit right here, which is the play symbol on your remote right down here. We're going to go ahead and hit that button. Bam. And now it's downloading that Kodi.tv. We can go ahead and say OK. See this little circle button right here? That is like a mouse. And that's going to scroll down. I'm using the down button. Well, I forgot to do something for you. We got to go back to the home screen. All right, up here, we need to go to the settings. I forgot to do this. And we're going to scroll all the way to devices. Come down to developer options and turn these on. Now go back to downloader. Of course, it saved to Kodi.tv for us. All right, so we're going to scroll down until I get to this little box right here. And we're using this Android. This is going to be an Android device. So we're going to take our mouse. That's it. I'm using this up, down, left, and right. And I'm going to put that little cursor right over that little alien green dude here. I'm going to hit select. And then I'm going to do it again. Bam. Now, well, we're going to move it down now. Here's a new version, 17.5 Krypton. We're going to select the ARM 7A 32-bit, which is right there. And now it's going to go ahead and do the download again. If you do not turn on those developer option, unknown sources, you will not be able to get this far. So as you can see, it's been downloading. And then we want to scroll down. And we want that cursor to be right over here. See how it highlighted cancel? We're going to go right to the right and hit install. Now it's installing that Kodi application. As you can see, Kodi's logo is right there, and as it's going across. Hopefully this information, this step-by-step guide is going to help you in the process of getting you set up for Kodi and Fire Stick. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Okay, now it's saying it is installed correctly, and we want to bring that down to open. So down to your right and hit the center button. All right, so now here's Kodi. Now it's preparing for its first run. This is what it will look like on its very first day of opening when you log into Kodi. Once we get everything put into Kodi and we're going to put the quote-unquote builds, it will not look like this no more. Okay, and how we go about doing that, much like we did at the beginning, that I almost forgot, we're going to hit the up and then over to your right, to right in the middle, to that little pinwheel, and we're going to hit select. That is your menu option button. And we're going to come right over here again to this little pinwheel with the little screwdriver in the middle of it. Down to your right, 1, 2. All right, let's go. Down 1, 1, 2, 3 times to your right, and then hit your select button. and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 downs, and we're going to go over your right 1, and then down, and turn that on just simply by pushing that center button. Down again, and hit that center button again, and you're going to get this message. We want to turn that to be yes. So we're going to hit yes, bam. So now, just like before on the Amazon Fire Stick itself, we had to allow for unknown sources. So that's what we're going to have to do for in the Kodi program itself. So now we're going to hit the back button. Do not hit this button right here, the one that's got the house logo. You'll go right back to that main screen where we selected the downloader and went into Kodi and all of that. We're not going to use that right now, but we will come back to that here in a little bit. So we're going to hit the back button. Okay, so we hit the back button, and we're going to go over and down to File Manager. Select File Manager. Okay, and then we're going to come down to right here. It says Add Source. So we're going to come down 1 and hit the Select button. And right here is where we're going to input that information. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit that Select button again, and we're going to use this cursor and the Select button and type in the address aries-repo.eu. So this is what it's going to look like. You ready? Here we go. So we're going to move it over, and we're going to start typing. And when you get to the letter you want, you hit Select. A-R-E-S. Now how you get that dash is you come down to the bottom left-hand corner to this little symbol icon. I know it's real hard to see it on my TV here. And you hit Select, and it'll bring up all these little symbols. Let's see if that helps out a little bit. Okay, so we want to come right here to the dash, and we're going to go back over here, and we're going to hit that ABC logo. Bam. Brings back the letters, and we're going to type in repo, R-E, camera was a little dirty. I'm trying to get it focused in for you. I am so sorry that my camera's not working with me this evening. Let's turn that light back and see if that helps, honey. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and continue on R-E-P-O. Really be nice if they start to work again. All right, let's see if I can manually do this. There we go. So now, save that. Ah, much better. So now that we've got Aries, let's see if I can zoom in for you. So right up here. Yeah, I like that. We're typing Aries repo. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and finish it out. Dot EU. Aries. Oh. You have to type in this. I'm sorry. HTTP colon / Aries dash repo .eu, and come over here to the OK symbol. So right here, click OK. And right down here, this is not a necessary, it's necessary for you to have something there, but it's not necessary of what's in there. You can put anything in that box, but what I typically do is I put a period and I type in Aries. So it comes up right at the front. So right here it says .Aries. So because I put that period in there, it brings it right to the top of the list. So I'm going to hit OK. And then I'm going to click OK. And again, and as you can see, there is the Aries. All right. So then what we're going to do is we're going to hit the back button. Remember not to hit the home button. We're going to hit the back button until we get to this screen. And we're going to do it again to get to this screen. And we're going to bring it down till we get to add-ons. And hit the select button. And right on the top is that little box right there. We're going to open that box up and we're going to install from zip file, and we're going to find Aries, and then we come down here to repository and we'll click on that for Aries, and when it's done it's going to have a little box right here saying, oh, it looked good, Aries installed just perfect. Bam, there it is. That's what we want to see. If you don't see that, it did not install correctly. Somewhere in one of your steps is messed up. But since it did install correctly, we're going to go up to install from repository. And we're going to come right down here to Aries project. Programs, add-ons, Aries Wizard. And again, all I'm doing is hitting the select and up and down, and we're going to install. And it installed it, so that's a good thing. I'll back out of it, and it'll automatically we want to come to open. And that's going to start downloading it for us. Hopefully it is as fast as for you it is for me right now. So here is the Aries Wizard. There are many different builds, as they call them, quote unquote builds. We're going to use one particular build. We're going to hit browse, and we're going to come all the way down. All those green ones has a pin that you got to put in, so we're not going to do all that. We're going to use this Durex right here. It's in yellow, so we're going to click on Durex. And I'm going to pick the Durex build for Kodi. We'll hit select, and I'm going to hit install and proceed. And now it's putting that information in there. Once this is done, you're basically minus turn the Kodi on and off, or turn it off and then back on again. You're pretty much done. Everything now is in Kodi application. And then you can use Kodi as what it's intended for on the Amazon Fire Stick. And again, I am not slowing it down or speeding it up. This is direct current. I'm doing it as if you was doing it, so you can follow along. If mine's a little faster, you can pause the video. Now, please, folks, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when I'm back on the air again. I'm going to step away just for a minute. And what happens is when it sits here for a minute, the color goes dim, and it's just simply tap the mouse or the little remote control. It's got a lot of information, 372.18 megabytes of information it's inputting into that little Fire Stick. And I'm telling you, the information that they're putting into it, it's unreal. I mean, you can get the content that you get into it. It's movies, TV shows, live TV, everything that you need to watch TV is in this Fire Stick. So what does that mean for you as the viewer of this Fire Stick? It's simple and easy to do. Is now you can cancel those Hulu accounts. You can cancel those Amazon, those Hulu, Netflix. If you have a Roku account, better yet, how about you can go ahead and cancel your cable? You can go ahead and cancel satellite. All you need for this is a simple Wi-Fi signal, a TV with the USB port on it, and you're up and running. If your TV has the 3 RCA jacks, there's a wire out there that you can plug a HDMI into an RCA plug. I mean, look, we're at almost at 80 megabytes. I'm doing this with you. I'm live. And I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming into the channel and watching it. And like I said, don't forget to hit the subscribe and that bell icon. This definitely changes the way that we look at TV. I mean, technology is vastly changing and at rapid speed. I mean, when I was young, I can remember watching a TV on a huge picture tube TV that had no remote. Oh yeah, I was the remote. My dad or my grandfather was telling me to go change the channel, and it wasn't you change the dial. You grab a hold of that pair of pliers and you find that, turn that knob, and then down below there was another knob, it was smaller, and you turn it to you fine tune it to that right particular channel. Bunny ears and with the foil or that big long antenna on the outside of the house. And you only got several different channels on the TV. You got ABC, CBS, and Fox. And if the president was on, though, you can just go ahead and chalk it up to watching whatever show that you had in plan to watch. Now, a lot of people ask me, well, do I need one of these Fire TV sticks for each of my TVs? The simple answer to that question is yes. You will need one of these sticks for each of your TVs. But again, all you're paying is to purchase the Fire Stick, and then you have to jailbreak it. And here are the steps for how to jailbreak it. So if you're paying $100 and so a month on TV, no, I'm not going to do that, Mindy. You're funny. One of my friends tells me to pick my nose. No, I'm not going to pick my nose. But anyway, we're slowly moving this progress bar across here. Maybe when I'm old and gray, it'll be finished. No, it'll be getting done here shortly. But like I said, I was in my TVs. I can remember going up to the TV and changing the channels myself because we didn't have a little handheld remote control. I was the remote control. And then as years progressed on, we had the satellite. Oh, that was a big deal getting that satellite. And that satellite was almost about as big as the yard was. And it was expensive. And then, oh goodness gracious, you got the cable. That cable went underground, and of course it was the fiber optics, and oh, you were living the high life, and oh, now they're coming out with these DVR boxes. Oops. These DVR boxes, so you can record the shows that you want to record to see later on. And I can remember putting a VHS in the player to record a video of a show I wanted to watch, and hope and pray nobody records over it, or it's not a video VHS that I've recorded a particular Christmas day at the house. That's happened once or twice at our house. Ooh, it's getting late here. And again, I'm not doing it. I'm not fast forwarding, downloading this. This is a step-by-step tutorial. I'm going along with you as if you were doing it. You can follow along with me on your box so you can have this set up for your Fire TV stick. We're getting almost about halfway there. But now with these new Fire TV sticks, these Amazon Fire Sticks, you can, with this Kodi application, there's an add-on for this. There's an app for that. It allows you now to watch those TV shows that you've missed out. The Walking Dead, the Game of Thrones, Supernatural, the shows that you like to watch. I've got into watching a show called The Good Doctor. And again, I'm not saying that you should go see these. I'm not advertising for these particular shows on the networks. But these particular shows, you're now able to watch it at your leisure, not the leisure of the TV company. Looks like I got about 155 megabytes already downloaded of 372. Whew. This will be the hardest part right here. Once this is done, the hardest part is done. I definitely hope that the information that I've given to you, provided for you, has helped you or will help you in setting up your Fire TV stick. Much like watching it on YouTube, there's a lot of information on YouTube. Of course, the way I'm setting mine up, it doesn't have all the flashiness. I'm just an average Joe Schmo here. Love of technology and how it changes. But I figured by watching this, I'm telling you step by step on how to do it. Makes it easier for you. Some of the videos that I've seen on how to do these are so techie spoke that you have to have a rocket scientist degree or something to figure out what the heck they're trying to tell you. Well, we're about almost halfway now. 176 megabytes downloaded out of 372. Woohoo! Get her done. I watch a lot of the YouTube videos on dad jokes, and I think there's a lot of them funny out there. The one I heard the other day was playing Super Mario Brothers. Super Mario, what kind of jeans does he wear? He wears denim, 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 denim. Or better yet, Michael Jackson. What kind of jeans does Michael Jackson wear? Billie Jean, rock my world. Yeah, right. Here I can sing. I'll let Michael Jackson do the singing. But yeah, there's a lot of funny dad jokes out there. We're almost about 190 megabytes there. We're at 190 now. I am live. This is live. I'm live now, but when you go back, you can rewatch it later on, and it won't be live then if you replay the video back. Hopefully the sound is coming through clearly. In the next week or so, hopefully, myself and some of the radio gurus that I'm a part of, we're going to be doing our radio shows again. And when that happens, I'll let you know here on my channel when that's going to happen. And I'll be doing a live, hopefully it'll be kind of cool, be doing a live feed of me doing the show. I think my show is going to be on Tuesday nights unless something changes. We're almost at 200. And we're at 200 now. There we go. Hey, we're getting there. And like I said, you can go through this process, and when you pick your builds, you can pick any of those different builds that you like. You know, you don't necessarily have to use a Durex, but I kind of like the Durex. The Durex seems to be working really well for me and for what I need it for. You can use the Pulse. Pulse is a good one. But again, the ones that are lit green, you have to use a pin. They give you a pin that you have to go to a website to get a pin. And then when you come back to the screen, you got to put the pin in. It's extra steps, unnecessary steps, but the Durex program works just fine. I'm not trying to slow it down. I'm not trying to speed this process up. I'm doing this live as it's happening. So when you go through the steps in the process of doing this, again, you can follow along with me as I'm doing it so that you don't miss a spot. But I'm really glad that whoever came up with this program called Cody, and it allows me to do this. And I went to a flea market one time. God, that was pretty funny. I went to a flea market one time, And I didn't know anything about Kodi or Fire Sticks or these other little boxes out there. And the box that they were trying to, sell was like almost $300+ for their box. And of course, it does the exact same thing as what this is going to do for you. I was really amazed on what it can do for you. And I was like, man, I just need to save up the money to go get me one of those boxes so I can, watch the TV and, be an awesome thing. Well, I went back to the house and I said, there's got to be another way, something else about it. And a little birdie told me about this Amazon Fire Stick and how easy it is and what it entails and what you can do and all those cool things. And so I YouTubed it, when in doubt, if you don't understand something, you don't know how to fix something, you don't know how to do something, you don't know how to make something. The internet has a vast variety of knowledge and information. I YouTubed it and I got the necessary information, the tools for me to get one. And so I went ahead and I went to Facebook and I'm scrolling through Facebook and lo and behold, there was, marketplace where you can sell different things on, it's like eBay, but for local areas. I found one I could buy for $80, a jailbroken one. I was like, oh, that's cool. It's only $80. I rushed out. I met the lady and I purchased my very first Fire Stick and plugged it in. And I liked it, and I was hooked. Well, I bought many other ones since then. And I was like, well, I'm not going to spend no $80 on these little Fire Sticks. That's jailbroken. That's expensive. So what I did, I bought another one and I bought my neighbor one upstairs. And I went to the computer store, like Best Buy or Staples or something, and I bought one. They had them there. I was like, oh my gosh, they got them here for $40. And then, of course, I went to YouTube and I found a video on how to jailbreak it. And much like you're watching right now, I did the exact same thing, but theirs was a little bit more quicker and flashier and yada yada yadas. I did exactly what they did. I paused it though, but here you don't have to, I don't think. And I jailbroke my very first Fire Stick. And like I said, but it was a lot more different steps back then than it is now. I mean, we're almost done. This is the hardest part right here on jailbreaking these little Fire Sticks. We're at 262 megabytes right now on downloading this Fire Stick. But once this process is done, I turn it off and I turn it back on. We're there. We're done. That whole screen that you saw earlier where it was, big box here and grayish here and blue here, and it was kind of confusing. All that's gone away. And we're going to get a whole new build. It's going to be all flashy. It's going to have some superhero characters and much easier to maneuver. And there's different things on those applications in that build that you can use and browse later on. But I'm going to just show you what I typically use is the Covenant Goodfellas 2.0 for the live TV. I mean, you're there. It's done. I mean, before this, I had to go in and download and input all the different informations for the add-ons. This right here that's doing it all for me. And again, I hope you're getting the information necessary, the tools necessary for you to develop your Fire Stick to your liking. Now, a lot of people ask me, well, is a Fire Stick or Fire TV Stick illegal to use? No, it's not illegal. What is illegal? What's illegal is when you stream a video, or I'm sorry, when you download a video, or when you download a song from a shared source and you're not getting that content, that licensed content for yourself. What you're doing here is you're streaming, as much just like YouTube. You've got a source now of a streaming tool to stream a video to your TV from the internet, and that's the reason why you need the internet for this Fire TV Stick to work. So here's how it's going to work. I'm going to give you just the easy step-by-step. You'll find a TV show that you want. You find the movie that you want. If you find a TV show, let's say you can get a series. So let's just say Game of Thrones. You're into Game of Thrones. I pick season 1. I've never seen the show. I'll pick season 1, episode 1. And then once I've done that, then it will give me a list of different open sources that allows me to watch that particular show. I'll pick the top one, and then it will start saying 01, and it'll have a little taskbar much like this. And then if it likes it, it'll go ahead and play it. And it'll just start playing for you. If it didn't like that first one, it'll go to the next one. Now, on some of these, it'll have where you have to pair it to your website or whatnot. All you have to do is just hit that select button. It goes to that very next one. I know I'm babbling on. We're at 306, 307 megabytes. I'm just trying to talk you through this. Now, it does have local TVs depending on what state you're in. It has live TV through Goodfellas. We're almost at 313 here. But a lot of people say, well, it doesn't have a DVR box. I can't record. You don't need a DVR box anymore. That box is an unnecessary device to have. Now with that DVR box, it's bulky, and all I need is that little Fire Stick at the back of the TV. That's all I need. Of course, the wire, the plug, and the remote control. When I go on vacations, I take this with me. Along with the wire, the plug, and the remote control. That's all I take with me. That way I can watch TV on my terms, not their terms. It's kind of cool, too. Especially if you get stuck at a hospital, you plug it into the hospital TV and you watch movies and whatnot. And so you can catch up on your series shows and those episodes. And one cool thing about it is when you select the TV shows, there's no commercials. And again, you can use the fast forward, rewind, and the pause and play button in that. So there's no need for those little DVR boxes anymore. The internet is your DVR box. It's a huge box out there for you. Alrighty. So we're at 335, 336 now. We're getting there, slowly but surely. We only have that much left to go, and it's slowly moving across. This is the hardest part. This is what takes the most time. When I was younger, a little off the topic here, when I was younger, trying to get my grandfather to change from a high speed or a cable to from a phone line to the cable line. Oh, we don't need that. We don't need that. There's no need to change. If it ain't broke, it ain't fixed. Well, if it ain't broke, we don't need to fix it. Well, here we go. This is the new and improved TV. Yeah, TV wasn't broken, but you're paying a lot more money than you necessarily have to. And we're going to fix it for you. But when I showed him a video on the computer using dial-up, oh, he said, why is it taking so long? Because you're using a phone line, not a cable line. Within the next day or so, we got cable to the house. Could you imagine this back then? Oh my goodness. We're getting there. We're at 360, 361. Just a little bit right here. Just a little. Come on. Come on. Tap, 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 tap. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Oh, move this way. Just a little more right there. See, just a little bit. Just fill it in. Fill it in. I'm going to just pour some of that salt right in. Maybe I'll have... Nah, I'm just kidding. Oh, we're getting there. 367. 368. All we have to do is get 372. We're at 369. Oh, goodness. Here we go. 370. Oh, 2 more megabytes in 0.18. 371. Oh, we're almost there. Almost there. It says 3 more seconds, 1 more second, and we're done. See, that simple, that easy. And now it's extracting that information. It just downloaded. Look how much it's downloading or extracting from that file. Goodness gracious, that's a huge folder. This won't take as long as that other one. Like I said, that one that we just did was the hardest one. What takes forever to do. I mean, we're almost halfway here. Come on. Let's go. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. Look how much information. I mean, it is extracting that information. It's a huge number, ain't it? We're almost there. We're almost there. Woohoo. $14,000. We're at 15,000. But I was talking to one of my friends. It's kind of like a sister to me. A sister I never had. I was asking her how it was sounding. Hopefully it's sounding good on your end. Okay, so like I said, now the hardest part is over with. The Now, it's going to ask these questions. Do you want to back up the skin profile? Nah, we need to do that. Now it's going to ask, do I want to great prizes, yada, yada, yada. No, I don't need to do all that. And now it's telling me to turn off my Kodi. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Bam. We're going to go ahead and hit done. We're going to hit that home button. Remember I said earlier we don't need to hit that home button, but we're going to hit it right now. Bam. Takes it back to the home screen. Now, here are those apps I told you about. But what's kind of cool about the Amazon Fire Stick is if you get bored, you can come over here to apps, come down to games, and there's these games that you can download on your Fire Stick that you can play games on, like this Crossroads. It's kind of like their version of Frogger, but it's more boxy, pixelated. It reminds me of Minecraft versus Frogger. But, there's different little games that you can download if you're bored. There's one games that you can play with the family or your friends and family if you got a group of people over at your house. Y'all play on your phone and through the TV, which is kind of cool, and that's the Jackbox games. That has like multiple games. Now that is a paid application, but this particular one, Crossy Road, that's a free one. I'll show you what that looks like. All it is just to appease the time waster. It's installing. I just like to show this Fire Stick. I mean, this thing is so cool and what it can do. It's installing right here, and it should be down here in hopefully in about 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, yeah, right. 3, all right. 1. Oh, look at there. So hit play, and it's going to start in the little birdie here. I'm going to hit the select button. All right, so I'm going to hit that play button. And again, like I told you, it reminds me of like Frogger. Stupid game. But you get into it sometimes. You don't want to get run over by a car. And then you get free gifts, and these free gifts that you get to do. See, free gift. So I'm going to go ahead and open up that free gift, which is typically coins for a gumball machine. Or another bird. Oh, it gave me some coinage. I'm going to hit OK. And it says I can win a prize. So with the coins that it gave me for the gumball machine. So I'm going to put the coins in. And bring that handle down. Oh, yeah. And then I can get the new animal. What's the... Oh, it's a piper. But anyway, that's just a little game that you can play. I mean, there's multiple ones on here. And there's several on here that's free. And so, but what are you really interested in watching? Oh, I know. You wanted to see what the new Kodi looks like. I'm just stalling. I'm just a stinker that way, So what we need to do is we need to find Kodi. And typically when you download it, it brings it down to the bottom. And what it did. And so what we're going to do is we're going to hit that info button. And the box right here, we're going to say move to the front. And now we're going to go ahead and select it. And like I said, you're going to get that Kodi logo, 17.5 Krypton. You're going to hear a little bling. There's that little bling. And then now the new Durex, hopefully, build will show up right here on the screen in 3, 2, 1, bam. Right. There it is. The new Kodi application from Durex. And so what I do is I'll pick Covenant. Oh, when you start it, it's going to start doing some updates. Right here. It's going to start doing some updates. So, and I'll tell it to go ahead and do the build for me. But like I said, it's going to do these updates like that. So let it just sit there for about 10 minutes or so and let it do its updates. I mean, it's just constantly going to be popping these little pop-ups for these little updates. Yeah, I know. I'm and as it continues on doing these updates, just let it sit there and do its thing. I don't know if you're still listening, Mindy, but yeah, I know. I've looked into it myself. So there it is. There is the new Kodi on how to get it. What I'll do is in the next few days or so, I'll probably do another video on showing you these applications. So thank y'all very much. Y'all have a wonderful and blessed evening, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Hopefully you have enjoyed and was able to get any useful knowledge or was able to get some of the useful knowledge out of this Kodi Fire Stick TV. So, y'all have a wonderful, blessed evening. And remember to keep those taillights glowing and that jukebox going. This is DJ Avery out.